going to go to Crete with, let's see how my Greek is, Vidiano Amphora, which is from Douloufakis winery. And it is incredibly orange. Honestly, it looks more like a rosé. Honestly, it really looks like a liquor. Like it looks like a brandy or something almost. So this is a pretty crazy and really fun orange wine. So let's dive into it. First of all, I love that it's made in amphora. I think that's really giving it, well, actually, let's get to that in a minute, but it's made in amphora, which is really cool. Super historic grape, obviously, coming out of Crete. And I don't know exactly if I have how many days it has of skin contact, but just based on the color, I would say a lot. I'm going to guess that it's made more in like the Georgian style where it just stays in the amphora the entire time until it's bottled. So on the nose, it has this like, it has a lot of similarities, honestly, to like a really vibrant sherry almost. And we'll see that from the nose all the way through the palate. So it's like got this like honeyed almond characteristic to it. And then but below that, there's like, I don't know when I say honeysuckle, we already talked about honey. So it's like there's definitely fruit qualities there and like a lightness to it as well. But it really strays, like there's not as much fruit as there is like florals and like, I don't know, I guess what you would call secondary and tertiary, the WSET would call secondary and tertiary characteristics. Orange, just orange, like an orange peel, but not like a tangerine, like a big old orange, like a really, maybe like a blood orange. Yes, like that. So let's just go ahead and go right to the palate. Woo, salty. It's certainly higher in alcohol. It's 14.5%, and I can feel that going down. Like I was saying, like it's got a lot of similarities to like a fortified wine versus just like a typical table wine. And let's try it again. So yeah, like the honey notes are still there. It starts out light, and then it kind of just like tannin. So the tannin's certainly there. I'm drying out my mouth while I'm trying to talk to y'all. And then, like I said, like you can just kind of feel the alcohol going down. But I promise all of this is in like a really delicious way. But again, like if you're new to orange wines, like do not start someone with this one. This is not typical or not typical. This is just very far down the spectrum. This is very like heavy Slovenian style or Georgian style, or honestly, you know, Cretan, I think is how they call it, style. Like that's how they would have made it there. So as far as pairing it, I think it's important to think about the way you're going to do it. Like I honestly would potentially even treat this orange wine like a after dinner drink. Like I think that it could go really well with like mousse or like biscotti or whatever people put with it. Like I don't know. It's a regular wine, but it's really drinking, especially right now to me, like that. And especially like the warmer it gets, it starts out and like as it's really cool, it starts out feeling more just like your typical everyday, you know, amphora orange wine. And then it really, as it starts to get warmer, morphs into this other zone. So I've had it out of the fridge for a while. And I've tried it both ways. And I think that if you are a little bit afraid of that sherry characteristic of it, just drink it really cool. If you like that about it and you want to really explore the depth, because the warmer it is, the more you're going to get off of it. You're going to get more of like the fruit tones off of it, and you're going to just be able to understand the wine better. Then do that and try it when it's cold, and then just let it sit out for a while, see how it is then. And yeah, like you could also just have regular food with it. Like you could certainly put like it with a regular Greek Mezze platter. I would think this would be great with like grilled seafood. Even I was gonna say seafood pasta, but I'm actually not so sure about that. I think there's something special about the char that would be important with this. So those are the two that I would stick with. Or the third would be obviously, you know, like just pretend it's more of like a fortified wine and have it with your desserts, because there's nothing wrong with that too. But that's the way that I would treat it. I would, what's the thing? Expression grows together, goes together. So if you're really not sure what to put it with, just picture like you're in Crete, pretend like you're there, and what are they gonna have? Maybe some grilled pulpo or whatever they call it in Greek. Yeah. So crazy orange wine, really fun orange wine, very like limited. I've not, like, we could only get enough, sadly, for the orange wine. I wanted to put in a couple of the others as well, but we could not. So and I figured you guys are like it's not a typical wine, so I figured you guys are probably the most adventurous as well. So would love to know what you think about this one. Enjoy.